My name is Teresa. I am 97 years old, and for 41 years I lived on the third floor of my mother-in-law's house. Not for a year, not until we got on our feet. 41 years. And in 1963, my husband chose that woman over me in a way I could not forgive, and I did not find out why until he had been dead a year. I am going to tell you the whole thing, including the part that changed my mind and the part that did not. I married Manny in 1949. I was 20, he was 24, and just out of the Navy. Fall River, Massachusetts, Milltown. Everybody's father was in the mills, and everybody's mother was in the church. His mother was Ondina. She owned a triple-decker on Pleasant Street, and she lived on the first floor. We moved into the third floor after the wedding. Just for a year, Manny said, until we save. I want to tell you what 41 years on somebody's third floor is actually like, because it is not the big things. It is never the big things. She came up the back stairs without knocking. Every day of my married life, I would be standing in my own kitchen in my slip at 7 in the morning, and there she would be. Sunday dinner was downstairs at her table. Not sometimes, every Sunday for 41 years. I cooked in my own kitchen 6 days a week, and on the 7th I sat at another woman's table and was handed a plate like company. In 1955, I wanted to paint that kitchen yellow. I asked Manny. He said, "Ask Ma." I was 26 years old, and I had to ask another woman what colour my kitchen could be. Now here is 1963. I had been working in the office at the mill for 4 years, and I had put money by. My own money, out of my own pay, that nobody knew about. I found a house 2 miles away on Hood Street. 3 bedrooms, a yard with a pear tree in it. My kids were 12, 9, and 5, and they had never once had grass. I put down $60 of my own money to hold it. Then I brought the paper home, and I put it on the table, and I told Manny, and he took it, and he went down the back stairs with it to show her. He was gone about an hour, and he came back up, and he sat down across from me, and he said, "We're not going to do that, Terry." And I said, "Why?" And he did not answer me. I asked him that night, and I asked him that week, and I asked him probably 400 times over the next 40 years, and that man never gave me one reason, not one. He would go quiet and look at the floor. We lost the $60. If any of this is reaching you, do me a kindness and press the like button, and subscribe if you would care to sit with me again. And tell me in the comments where you are watching from, the city, the state, the country. At 97, it means something to know these words got out of this house. Ondina died in 1990 at 90 years old. I was 61, and we finally had the whole house. All 3 floors, ours. I did not want it anymore. Kids grown and gone, and I finally had the thing I had wanted since I was 20, and it did not mean one thing to me. That is what waiting does to a person. It does not just cost you the years, it ruins the prize. Manny died in 2004, 55 years married, and in the spring of 2005, I was cleaning out that first floor to sell it, and I found a shoebox in the back of her bedroom closet. 26 envelopes, all of them addressed to Manny, all of them postmarked Providence, Rhode Island. One a year on his birthday, from 1946 to 1971. Not one of them opened. Now here is what I did not know for 56 years. Manny's father did not die in 1938. That is what the parish was told, and that is what I was told. And there is no death certificate anywhere, because there was no death. He left. Manny was 13. Ondina told everybody he died, and she wore black for the rest of her life. And she stood up in that church every Sunday for 52 years and let people be sorry for her. Manny found out when he came home from the Navy in 1946. Somebody had seen the man in Providence. He went down those stairs and had it out with her. And whatever happened in that room, he came out of it having sworn he would never tell a living soul. And he never did. Not the priest, not his children, not me. 58 years. His father wrote to him every year on his birthday for 26 years, and Manny never opened one. She kept them in a shoebox, and he let her. The last one is 1971. The man died in 1972 in Providence, and Manny knew and did not go. Now do you see 1963? If we move to Hood Street, she loses the rent off that 3rd floor, and she cannot carry that house on what she made. She goes and becomes somebody's boarder, and the whole thing comes out, and every soul in that parish learns Ondina had been lying to them since 1938. He could not tell me any of that. He had sworn. So he sat across from me at that table and said, "We're not going to do that, Terry," and took the whole thing on himself and let me hate him for 40 years. Now I know what you want me to say. You want me to say I forgave him and it all came right. It did not all come right. Knowing why does not give me back the house with the pear tree. It does not give me back 41 years of a woman on my back stairs. Understanding a thing and being all right with it are 2 different jobs, and I have only ever managed the first one. But it did change one thing, and it is not small. For 40 years I believed that man looked at me and looked at his mother and picked her. That is not what happened. He made that choice in 1938, 13 years old, when his father walked out and his mother made him the man of that house. He spent the rest of his life paying on it. By the time I met him at a dance in 1948, the decision was already made and the money was already gone. I did not lose to Ondina. I married a man who had nothing left to spend. Now 2 things, and I will let you go. The first, when somebody cannot give you a reason, It is very often because the reason is not theirs to give. That does not make it hurt less. Nothing makes it hurt less. But it might save you 40 years of thinking it was about you, and I would have given a great deal for those 40 years. The second is for anybody young enough to still be choosing. Do not ask whether he loves his mother. They all love their mothers. Ask what he has already promised, and to who, and when. You are not marrying just a man. You are marrying every oath he swore before he laid eyes on you, and some of them he will not be able to tell you about, and you will spend your life bumping into a wall you cannot see. My friend Rita left hers in 1965 over something a good deal smaller than this, and the whole parish said she would be sorry. Rita was not sorry. She lived to 91 and she was not sorry one day of it. So no, I am not going to sit here and tell you I did right by staying. I do not know. You only get the one life, and you cannot run it twice to see. If you stayed with me all the way through, then you and I would have understood each other. Press that like button and go on and subscribe, because there will be more of these. And tell me in the comments where you are watching from. And tell me one more thing while you are there. Tell me if there was ever something you did not understand about somebody until it was too late to say so. I read every one of them. And if there is an envelope in your house that nobody has ever opened, go open it. Do not wait 56 years like I did. This has been Teresa, 97 years old, Fall River, Massachusetts, 55 years married, 41 of them on the 3rd floor. Goodbye now.